Some of these women look too old to act so dumb. I'm just saying. God forgive me. And shout out to this lady. No shade to you, ma'am. What do you mean? You don't see those women out here on social media dogging their men either. You don't see them on here saying they men ain't ish and they men in the bottom of the barrel and they this horrible and they ain't worth nothing and all of this. You don't see them doing that either. Once again, I think a lot of these women act like they're clueless. Like you don't see what's going on. You don't see all these videos of these women talking about how to manipulate a man and how these men are dusties and they're bottom of the barrel and you don't want these dusties. You only want the men with the money and all of these. You don't hear those women on here saying that about their men at all. You don't see no Indian women. You don't see no Asian women. You don't really see them in droves. When you go on social media, all you see is mainly a bunch of black women talking about men and what men ain't doing and what black men aren't doing and what they should be doing and how they need to level up and how they are so much better. Black men are responding to what black women have put out there. They're responding to the stuff that women have said about them. Yeah, they just act like it's coming from out the dim blue sky. Nobody is perfect, baby. I keep saying that. Men, no woman, no man is perfect. We all make mistakes. But women, black women act like they perfect. Like y'all don't make mistakes. Like y'all don't do nothing wrong. You can't answer 3 flaws. Lady asked them every time name 3 flaws. And my flaw is I give too much attention to people. Like, come on, baby. Like y'all can't even list 3 flaws about yourself, but you could point out everything that a black man does without looking at yourself and say, you know what? I'm very selfish. I'm aggressive. I got a slick mouth. They always say that one. You don't know how to communicate. You talk to them sideways. You don't know how to effectively communicate. You know, there's a lot of things. You're aggressive. You're manly. You're taught to be independent. You're not considering anything that he wants to do. It's all about you. There's a lot of things that you could change and do better, but they act like they're perfect because they went to school. You never point out yourselves. I want to see these women start pointing out yourself and say, you know what? I could lose a few pounds. You think you're the best thing since sliced bread because you call yourself thick and you like being thick because you don't want to put the chicken down or you don't want to put the Debbie snack cakes down. So you don't want to put it down. So you want to make a justification for why you so big, but you don't want to call yourself big. You can't even take accountability for that. You're just thick and fluffy, and any man would want a fluffy woman. I don't have to lose weight. I don't have to do anything for these men. A lot of y'all are so out of order and you just don't want any accountability whatsoever. And you just want to blame the men for every damn thing and don't take no accountability. When I can look at a lot of these women and see where you got a lot of issues at, but you don't want to even address it. Oh, those men aren't on here talking about, yeah, because the women aren't on there doing that, baby. Their women aren't on here bashing them and because the women don't act like that. Those women are more submissive. They're more cooperative. They work with their men. That's something black women don't want to do with a man. You're entitled. You think a man owes you something. You think everybody owes you something. You think people owe you something 24/7 because you're black and you got a vagina. Nobody owes you nothing. And that's the entitlement that I talk about. And I think that has to change. I think a lot of women are very entitled and they don't want to acknowledge it. And that's why they can't get a relationship, stay in one or keep one. You don't want to address anything, you know, and I just think that that's a problem. And before you acknowledge it, you rather ignore it and act as if it doesn't exist. And anybody that says anything about it, you want to come at them or try to say, oh, they're this or they're that, because you don't want to acknowledge the truth. And we all know that anything that's worth anything, you got to put work into it. You got to work on it. You just can't sit back and think that somebody owe you something because you went to school and because you got a job. That's what adults do. If you're an adult, you go to school, you get a job, you take care of yourself, you pay your bills, you maintain your life. That's what you're supposed to do. Nobody owes you nothing because you had to go get a job and take care of yourself and your children that you created. That's not another man's fault that you got children and you had kids with the wrong person and that person don't want to be there. And now you stuck with them and now you got to do it all. And, which a lot of women wanted to do it all. They didn't need a man. They said they could do it all by themselves. So that's what you're doing. So why everybody so bitter and angry and mad? And anytime somebody says something about it, you mad at them for it. No, and until a lot of our women unfortunately realize that they're the problem in a lot of these cases, they're just going to be, in a pickle. You're just going to be in a pickle. That's it. And I don't think nobody wants to be in a pickle their whole lives. You're going to have to work for the rest of your life and take care of yourself by yourself. That's what they wanted. So don't get mad at the men. Get mad at the women, the feminists who told y'all that this is what you should be doing. And a man don't mean nothing because you can do everything better than a man by yourself. You do bad by yourself. You didn't think, you know what, let me not take that approach. If I find a good man, let's work together. Let's build together. You can do so much better that way, but they put it into y'all minds that, oh, you can't do that because he gonna leave you for a white woman or something. Oh, he gonna just leave you and leave you stuck. That's why they want a man to pay all the bills so that they can still work. Now they want to work. They want to be independent still. Your money is her money and her money is her money. That's the purpose of all of that. So when rainy day come or if he leave you, oh, they so scared. Why y'all so scared of a man leaving you if you think you're everything and 10 bags of chips? Why are you so worried about a man leaving you if you got it together like that? If you so good and so put together, why are you scared a man gonna leave you? Because I think a lot of these women are petrified. They're terrified of a man leaving them. Like, why? Why? You're not that secure with who you are and all your degrees and your education and all your money? You're not secure with yourself? Well, if a man did leave you, okay, if you got all your stuff together, why would you be even worried about that? Why? Because a lot of these women are very insecure. They're the very things that they try to project onto a man. The stuff that they project onto men is what they are. They're insecure. A lot of these women, they're sometimes jealous of the men. They want a man who's successful to come in and show them the ropes and show them how they got successful so they can do it. And they want you to help them pay for business ventures and all kinds of things to get them on their feet so they can just go and do it themselves. And when they do it and they're successful, oh, forget all about you, help them. Then they go to line to the public saying, oh, they got it out the mud and they did it by themselves. And I'm a strong black woman. I did it by myself. And you forget that man that you use for his resources and his knowledge, oh, he don't exist anymore. That's what a lot of these women do. You use money that came from a man to help you, somebody who helped you, and then you act like he never helped you, like you did it all by yourself. And then when it comes crumbling down, because see, that happens too. You don't stay. That's the thing they don't realize. You don't stay up for very long with that type of attitude. It's almost like karma in a sense. You get there, you fall off, and then you back complaining and looking for somebody else to put you back on. You're not going to get them chances too many times, you see. So you're supposed to do good with it the first time and not become this selfish, entitled person as if you didn't need no help in the beginning when you had all the help. You know what I'm saying? It's like women say, oh, I don't need no man. I'll take care of myself. A lot of them on Section 8. A lot of them get government assistance. You get assistance paying your rent, assistance paying your light bills, assistance paying whatever bills you have. And you ain't really paying nothing. But you saying, I'm doing it all by myself. No, you not. Because without that, you will be homeless. So, I just think it's a wake-up call. It has to be a wake-up call for a lot of women, just people in general who think like that. Like, come on now. Things are changing and you can't continue. You can, but that's on you. And for a lot of women complaining, a lot of the issues are you. It's not the men. A lot of the problems that you have is not because of a man, it's because of you. And if you would look at yourself and realize what the issues are and make some changes to your life, you would do better. That's all.